All right, hey, it's Rob, and just checking in again on the prices of used Fisker Oceans on cars.com. This is the cheapest one out there, 16.5K. I'm surprised. I thought for sure they'd be down around 10 or 12 grand by now. This one has 10,000 miles, which is fairly impressive. That's a long way to get a Fisker to go, considering all the problems these cars have. They were basically just abandoned. Company went bankrupt. And you'll see one coming up here, I think, that has 15,000 miles. That may be the highest mileage Fisker in the country. So 16, 17 grand is what you're looking at here. There it is, 15,000 miles. You'll start to see very quickly that any Fisker that is over 20 grand has very few miles on it. You're going to see some that have 300 miles, 1,000 miles, whatever. They've barely been used, and not surprised, as many of these, like I said, have major problems. One of the big problems with these cars has always been the key fob. The battery dies like every month. I mean, you have to deal with that constantly. Charging issues. There's a problem with the car. There's a sensor in the front seat, and if you're not sitting in the right position, the car won't start. There you go, 138 miles. So these cars are probably sitting around a lot, so I don't think anyone is coming around spending 20 grand for a Fisker unless they know nothing at all about cars and they just look at it and think it's cool. But they will quickly learn what's going on with these vehicles. And it's too bad. They are nice looking cars. I like the cars. I make these videos because, I think they're, probably well-built cars in some respects, built in a respectable factory in Austria, the Magna factory, which makes, Mercedes and Jaguar and other products. But it's just all these software issues that never really got worked out, and then the company went under. So we'll get to the end of this list here. The highest price Fisker out there, 22 grand. Don't forget, these were like $70,000 when they were new and 52 miles. So a new Fisker, which is pretty hard to find because, like I said, most of them have been sold to the place we are about to see next, which is selling them or, renting them as rideshare vehicles. So this is the garage in the Bronx where they are working on all these Fisker vehicles. Company bought them. They're called American Leasing. They spent about $13,000 for each Fisker. And I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 of them, I think, were sold to this company. The plan is, and I don't know how well the plan is going, is you can rent a Fisker for about $400 a month and use it as your rideshare vehicle. It's probably cheaper than a lot of these scams I've seen where it's, $200, $300 a week to rent a car. That's a lot of ride sharing you have to do just to pay for your rented vehicle. So it's an interesting prospect, but obviously Fiskers, with all their issues, I mean, if your car is in the shop 1 or 2 weeks a month, you're not going to be doing a lot of ride sharing. Speaking of the shop, this is it. This is the shop in the Bronx where they are working on Fiskers. Apparently they have, cornered the market on whatever parts were available. They're able to remanufacture some parts, etc. And so maybe they, are getting to the point where these cars are fairly reliable. Maybe there are issues that they are able to fix and send these cars back out there. Not really sure. I don't live in New York, and I don't know how many of them are running around. But I work for an auto auction company here in Atlanta, and I've yet to see a single Fisker. And as we know, they only sold a few thousand, so they are just going to become rarer and rarer as the years go on. If you happen to want one, well, there are still some available, and the prices are getting pretty reasonable on them, but, probably not worth the headache. No support, no place to fix it, no source for parts, etc., etc.